What's going on, gamers? We got a huge reveal here, and it's actually here because this is something that people originally thought was not going to happen. And CD Projekt themselves said the same thing, that they weren't going to do a Cyberpunk PS5 Pro patch. But now with PSSR 2 out, we got that highlight about, I think, 2 weeks ago or something, or maybe a little bit longer than that. But it's here and it's dropping tomorrow, and they made a post. So Synth Potato says Cyberpunk 2077 PS5 Pro update is releasing tomorrow. Today is the Assassin's Creed Shadows update for PSSR 2 on April 8th, and it's huge. Oh yeah, it is huge. There's ray tracing reflections on consoles for the first time. We're gonna go to the website too so we can see the closer up screenshots. PSSR implementation, or PSSR 2, or updated PSSR, call it whatever you want, all the same thing. Upscaling the game to 4K. And remember, ray tracing reflections on consoles for the first time. No other version exists like this. Ray traced lighting, shadows, and reflections all have been implemented. Damn. Yeah, this is huge. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that April Fool's joke where they had path tracing at 30 frames and, there was some trolling going on with that. But I had a feeling there was going to be like an advanced ray tracing mode regardless, though. And there is. There's multiple options here. It's not just no light update. Ray Tracing Pro mode can do 40 frames per second via VRR or 30 frames without it, with all ray tracing features turned on. This is what I mean. If you wanted a PC to do that on Cyberpunk, you know how demanding it is if you want to put all ray tracing features on and at least get 40 frames. And this is not frame generation. You're gonna have to spend some money. And then we got performance mode with no ray tracing with PSSR, kind of like what they did with Resident Evil, right? It's as high as a consistent 90 frames per second. Yeah, you got that right. A consistent 90 frames per second, guys. That's absolutely huge here. Ray tracing mode, best of both worlds. So you got the Ray Tracing Pro, the performance mode, and then the ray tracing mode right here. Best of both worlds. You get ray tracing at a locked 60 frames per second. We've seen this where you're going at upscale 4K 60 frames per second. Ray tracing with games like Resident Evil, games like Ghost of Yote, even before there was PSSR 2. Crimson Desert, right? It's like, damn. Here we go again. So this gives you the capabilities to get again of the PS5 Pro with PSSR 2 enhancements. Imagine when Sony gets that frame gen going. Dude, this is going to be nuts because you're going to be able to do a lot more with that. That's crazy. Because when a lot of people compare stuff to PC, it's like, yeah, but you're using frame gen. Just add frame gen and see what I mean. That's when you realize that if you remove that, see how your PC is equal to the PS5 Pro with PSSR 2 with just that and no frame gen. You'd be surprised at how much it would cost to match that. It's not going to be even $900. Like, no, Digital Foundry said about $1,400 because that's how ridiculous things are. And he says this is a major visual upgrade that takes full advantage of the hardware. So they optimized it perfectly. A gigantic step up over the blurry output of the base PS5 that we have today. 100% must check this out. I played Cyberpunk on PC through GOG, so I definitely had a really good experience with that. But we're going to have to get to the official website too so that we could see more details here from Night City, you know what I mean? And then we'll get to some of these comments here as we read some of this. So this Night City is getting a serious upgrade on April 8th, and this is the vice president at CD Projekt. The world of Cyberpunk 2077 is all about pushing technology forward, and we like to bring at least some of that Night City energy to our development process too. Players have been asking about this for a long time, so we're super excited to finally reveal the details of our free Cyberpunk 2077 PS5 Pro update available tomorrow, April 8th. We wanted to make the most of the PS5 Pro's cutting edge technology, so they're fully optimizing it here as we see. By bringing 4K visuals, powered up performance, advanced ray tracing, not just ray tracing, and more to Cyberpunk 2077 experience. The goal was to bring the very best out of both the hardware and our game to make Night City shine as brightly as possible. With Cyberpunk 2077 currently available in the PlayStation Plus game catalog, anyone who owns a PS5 Pro can experience this enhanced version of our action role-playing game and fight to become a Cyberpunk legend. And let's go to this screenshot right here. Wow, look how good that looks. That's really good. This is a huge improvement, guys. I know we're seeing this, right? Like, and this was some of the screenshots that he was posting right here. But I don't know if they were as good as the main website. But I mean, if we see these details right here, we could see that ray tracing right there. I don't know which mode this is though. So That looks really good. Says, let's talk specifically about how this update enhances players' experience, starting with PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, PSSR. This tech goes through each pixel one by one and upscales it using advanced AI. The result is incredible with every inch of Night City. Every thermal katana, every gonk on the street, every supercharged sports car coming to life. Next is an upgrade to our ray tracing technology. Lighting is a key pillar of Cyberpunk 2077 aesthetic. The way Night City lights up as day turns to dusk, when the street glows under the oppressive neon signature of Megacorps, is part of the entire visual identity of this world. With the PS5 Pro update, we implemented BVH8, 8-way bounding volume hierarchy support to implement ray tracing, shadows, and reflections, bringing the lighting even closer to our artistic vision for this world. Imagine the sunlight catching off the front fairing of your Yaba Kusanagi CT3X car as you park up. Depart down a mysterious dark alley and uncover secrets glowing under neon lights. Players' overall immersion in the world of Cyberpunk gets a serious boost from PS5 Pro. Yeah, it does. There it is again. This is the second screenshot, or the other screenshot that he was posting. So we get an idea here. This lighting is a lot better. The visual quality, everything there is actually really good. This isn't a light upgrade. This is a major upgrade for people who want that premium experience in the console world. Once again, it's only going to be available on the PS5 Pro. So speaking of ray tracing, more power also means more options. We know players have different priorities while gaming, so we're happy to offer 3 distinct PS5 Pro modes that allow everyone to unlock an experience that suits them. Ray Tracing Pro enables all available ray tracing enhancements, delivering the most visually advanced version of Cyberpunk on the PS5 Pro. This includes ray tracing reflections, ambient occlusions, skylight shadows, and emissive lighting. All active while Cyberpunk 2077 targets 40 frames if you have VRR, or 30 without it. Still absolutely impressive. On the other spectrum, performance mode focuses on delivering the highest possible frame rate for fast and fluid gameplay. On displays with VRR, Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5 Pro reaches up to 90 frames per second while maintaining high image fidelity. And finally, for those seeking the best of both worlds, we designed ray tracing mode as a sweet spot between visuals and performance, kind of like a balance, right? It features select ray tracing enhancements while maintaining a smooth 60 frames per second, meaning improvements across the board. So if we go across this screenshot right here, which is posted in this image, we get a more clear aspect here. We know about this image right here. Just to give you more of a darker tone of how it's going to look, it looks really good. To say I'm highly impressed here. So yeah, and then here's our final screenshot right here. Things are looking really good in action. I can't wait to see how this performs in a Pro. And so he says, we're incredibly excited to bring this update to our players on PS5 Pro. The Cyberpunk 2077 community has been nothing short of incredible over the last 5 years. We know many people have been keeping their fingers crossed for this update. Plus, our Cyberpunk 2077 currently is available on the PlayStation Extra catalog, and premium members through the games catalog. We're hoping to welcome some new legends to Night City. If you guys didn't know, it's on sale right now on the PlayStation Store as well for like, I think like $22, and the expansion is somewhere around that as well. So yeah, you guys want to let me know what you think about those screenshots and improvements, and once again how PSSR 2 is delivering and it's not disappointing. Every single game it is making much better. It's not just a fluke, you know what I mean? Regardless of the price changes, but we're still looking at the results of this AI system, though obviously we don't like that. So going down, it says, I'll be real, if you have a PC, this is funny. Like, they're literally bragging about 40 FPS for ray tracing promo when I'm getting 120 4K path tracing, and this is like 1% and under. So like, see, the problem with people like this is we're trying to see the improvements between the base PlayStation 5 and getting the PS5 Pro upgrade, rather than thinking that it only needs to be looked at this specific setting across the world. This is an ignorant person right here who's absolutely just immature and does not know how to grow up. Because it's like, no, dude, you're seeing the jump in the console world. This is impressive. That's why CD Projekt is doing it. Like, this is not about PC. This is about the PS5 Pro and PSSR 2 upgrade and the difference you're going to be seeing in comparisons. So how about you grow up? People truly don't understand how much of a game changer 40 FPS mode is. With that, that's going to be huge. And then here comes somebody again, ultra wide gameplay and hardware. Damn, those reflections are horrible. But this is the thing, it's like, and then, you know, you just can't take these people serious. I thought the point of the PS5 Pro was to remove the need for quality and performance options. Seems like it can't do it. I still have version 1.0 because I wanted to see the state it launched on my PS5 Pro, but I will definitely have to upgrade it. Yeah, no path tracing. I mean, come on, dude. That's going to be a little bit ridiculous here. Oh, Lord, PC dudes are about to show up here. And he's right, they did. And this is the thing where it's like, you see what I mean? It's not just an immaturity you see in the console wars. It's the individuals on whatever platform they go to. People can act immature and be only ever on PC. That does not mean that you're mature because you went and got a PC. Someone could be weird and creepy. Someone could be doing all types of stuff. We've seen this stuff on Roblox. We've seen all sorts of stuff. Just because somebody gets on a custom PC, that does not automatically mean that they're mature and they're somehow better and smarter. I tell you what, no, because I've seen ridiculous immature behavior where I said, not only can you do 240 frames, but you have a mouse and keyboard, and you have mods, and you have an advantage, and you still choose to cheat. Yeah, that makes you pretty pathetic. How do you get advantage and then still want to cheat? So it's like, yeah, that's not mature. No, it's like, no, you got an advantage, so why are you still acting like an infantile? But you see what I mean? Like I said, that does not mean anything. Glad to see the PS5 homies getting this update. There you go, a gamer. Cyberpunk looks amazing with tracing enabled. I really liked the 40 FPS mode when I was on console. I played it on PC with all ray tracing stuff on, you know what I mean? At that time I had a 4070, but even then, that setup was still good. I didn't even have my 5070 then. But I was playing it no problem. I was getting like 130, 140 frames per second, but I'm not going to beat this down. It's like, okay, this is an improvement in that world. And now we're seeing that consoles can do this. If you're a gamer, you always started with consoles a long time ago for the most part. That's where everything started. Why would you not want to see improvements in the console world? That to me is absolutely immature. He says, this is why I am so slow at beating games, because I get to enjoy every update 5 years later. Yeah, definitely if you're playing an Ubisoft game, wait a year later, right? Like I'm playing Star Wars Outlaws right now. I'm enjoying it, but I wouldn't have enjoyed it at launch. But with the PSSR 2 enhancements, and I got it on sale for 20 bucks, now I can play that game like that rather than 70. And hey, I'm having a good time. I've already beat a lot of games this year, 11. We're constantly gaming. We've beaten over 3,000 some video games, lifetime. Obviously isn't as good as path tracing on PC. That is next level, but this is looking smooth as hell. Basically, he's saying might boot it back up at some point just to do a nighttime drive to the city. See, this is a guy who just wants to enjoy Cyberpunk because you're a Cyberpunk gamer and you've seen these enhancements, but he's not coming in hitting. Of course, it doesn't look as good as path tracing, but seeing that is actually really nice. Such a shame CD Projekt Red murdered the Red engine because it looks absolutely stunning. Bro, is this really worth 900? Though this game already looks effing amazing on base console in 60 frames with great lighting and reflections with high quality version of SSR running at 1800p and ray tracing mode already looks amazing as well. But it depends if you paid that for your Pro. I paid 380 for mine because I traded in my PS5 when they had an insane deal. I got like 400 for it or whatever. And yeah, man, I mean, when you trade in stuff too and you got a GameStop credit, it's pretty easy. So yeah, this guy says, heck yeah, that's awesome. I wonder how many PS5 Pro owners actually have TVs that support what's been missing. Well, if not, you can still do performance and you could do the quality mode. Or the other one, actually, as a matter of fact, you don't have to have VRR for either mode. So either way, you're still getting a huge improvement compared to what was there before. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. As usual, you know, we got to expect our warring gaming comments and all that, but this is a huge update. Congratulations to y'all that are going to get that experience, and when people who are about to get a new experience and never got to play the game at all, this is going to be nice. Like, comment, subscribe as usual. This is cool. And then if you're enjoying the Assassin's Creed update, enjoy that. Later, y'all. Things keep on getting better. All we need is this market to come back down and the prices to drop, but you know that's going to take a bit. Later.